Hello, I'm Dr. Sunny Fridge. Welcome to another edition of Rise and Shine with Dr. Sunny, the show that helps you unleash your inner speaking superpowers. Each week you get tips, tools, and techniques to help you become a better communicator. On this edition of Rise and Shine, Live to Lead. Find out about a leadership event that will take your personal and professional growth to another level. Plus, I'll help you take your speaking skills to another level when you attend my free monthly Speak and Shine workshop. Stay tuned for the details at the end of this show. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, share in the comments below where you're watching from. If you're listening by podcast, subscribe so you never miss a show. If you enjoy our programs, please consider making a donation of any amount at wytv7.org. It helps our CBN broadcasters continue the mission to bring you programming that educates, empowers, and encourages. I believe we all have a purpose and the potential to live our best life. One of the ways to do that is to invest in our personal and professional development. My guest is an entrepreneur. Angela Butler is also a certified coach, speaker, and trainer with the John Maxwell team. Since 2016, she has served as an on-site host for a global leadership event simulcast live to the Jackson, Mississippi metro area. Welcome, Angela Butler. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you, Dr. Sunny, for having me.
Now tell us where you're from and a little bit about your professional background.
I am from Hattiesburg, Sunny, and I moved to Jackson over 25 years ago. I'm an entrepreneur. I've owned a Jenny King franchise for over 20 years now and started a leadership and personal growth company, AngelaButler.com, almost 5 years ago. So I'm excited. I'm also a community servant. I enjoy doing community service. I have a nonprofit, Reaching Beyond Ministries, which has a website, reachingbeyondministries.com. So I'm happy to be here and thanks for inviting me.
You are welcome. Now, the pandemic has impacted so many businesses. How has it impacted your franchise, your Jenny King franchise?
I am very blessed to be in a position to still have clients and to still be servicing large facilities. I thought that this was going to be a time to where we were downsizing, but my business has actually remained in a great position. I did lose a couple of accounts, but I also picked up business. Mm-hmm. So even though there are some changes that are still going on, I'm still blessed and fortunate to have clients and to still have a need, to still service an area to where there's still a need. Even in COVID-19, people are still looking for someone to come in and service their accounts. They want to be safe and they want their people to come back and be safe. So it's a business that I don't take for granted, and I'm in a great place right now, so I'm thankful for it.
Wonderful. Now let's talk about a topic that you are passionate about. You're a member of the John Maxwell team, and for those who don't know who John Maxwell is, can you share that?
Absolutely. John C. Maxwell is a well-known author who has authored over 100 books. John travels the country in promoting and helping people learn to become better leaders. And of course, he started this organization several years ago of certifying people to become certified trainers, speakers, and coaches under him. He is well known throughout the world, throughout the country, and I'm glad to be a part of the John Maxwell team.
And then, of course, there's this event that you have been bringing to the Jackson, Mississippi metro area called Live to Lead. Just tell us a little bit about this event.
Live to Lead is a leadership simulcast in the form of a simulcast where John C. Maxwell Company started over 7 years ago. I think this was their 7th year in hosting Live to Lead. But Live to Lead is a global event and is held live in Atlanta. However, it's simulcast throughout the world. And it's a great way to bring leaders together, whether they're profit or nonprofit, church leaders, entrepreneurs, to bring everyone together for a half day of leadership and personal growth training. It all happens again live in Atlanta, but it's simulcast throughout the world. And Jackson, Mississippi is on the map for Host and Live to Lead. We're excited about that. We're excited that we have an opportunity to help equip the leaders in this area become better in what they're doing, and of course, establishing a great future for themselves as well as others.
Now this year, it became a virtual experience because of the pandemic and social distancing. So how did that impact you in terms of the way you had to change the way you host an event?
That's very interesting that you asked that question, because when I signed up for this event for this year, of course, I was excited that we were going to be at the Civil Rights Museum. Mm-hmm. Then the pandemic hit, and we started learning that we're going to have to go virtual.
You didn't see that coming.
I did not see that coming, but I thought that it would be a unique opportunity for others to sign up, because they could be exposed to this content in the comfort of their home or office or wherever they were. And actually, it was different. People want to socialize. They want to be in the room together. So the attendees for the virtual experience for this area was not at the highest that we've had in the past for an in-person event. You know, again, we're relational beings, so we want to connect, we want to talk, we want to socialize. And I thought that was, you know, to me, that was, it was just, I thought it was a little bit different this time. But hey, I understand that. We do enjoy socializing. Hopefully the rebroadcast for the in-person event will be a lot better.
Angela, who were the leadership experts for this year's event?
Honey, we had Steve Harvey, Emmy award-winning entertainer, New York Times selling author, and businessman. Of course, Kat Cole, Chief Operating Officer and President, Focus Brand, and she was also past president of Cinnabon. Alan Malawi, former president and Chief Operating Officer, Bourne Commercial Airplanes, Bourne Information, and the Ford Motor Company. And last but not least, Craig Groeschel, pastor of Life Church. And he also formed that church, and that church has grown around the world. John C. Maxwell himself, of course, opens up and John closes. Last year, I thought that we had hit our peak level of the world-class speakers. But this year, John Maxwell team actually raised the bar again. So I can't wait to see the slate of speakers for 2021.
It's a wonderful event. So how can people get more information?
They can get more information by going to my website, angeladbutler.com. We'll give them information on the rebroadcast in January. It'll also give them information on other training material. They can also go on Eventbrite to register for the event on January the 15th for $65. The event in January will cover breakfast. We will have breakfast sandwiches for them. And we're also that will also cover their lunch, because we're going to have a lunch discussion after the rebroadcast on that Friday. We love to hear from our leaders on what they are going to do with the information that they've learned and how they can incorporate it in what they're already doing. So we're excited about the rebroadcast in January, and we hope that they will be a part of it. We want to get the word out. Of course, we only have 20 seats. The seating is limited, but we want to have 20 leaders, 20 entrepreneurs in the room on January the 15th.
Amen to that. Now, before you go, I want you to leave us with an inspirational quote or something that you'd like to give to inspire others.
I enjoy Jim Rohn, and there's a quote from him that I quote a lot. Discipline weighs ounces, but regret weighs tons. I quote that a lot, and I quote John C. Maxwell a lot. But there's one quote that I posted, and I want to share that. And this comes from me. It comes from my heart. And I wrote this one day. It takes courage to break away from the crowd and set sail in another direction, but it's worth it. So many times we get stuck with what other people are doing that we're afraid to step out and do something different. We're afraid to set sail away from them. But it is so worth it when we break away from the norm and do something different to make an impact and to be significant. It is worth it.
Awesome. I love it. Angela Butler of the Angela Butler Company and Live to Lead event. Best wishes and much success. Thank you, Angela.
Thank you, Sunny.
That's all the time we have on this edition of Rise and Shine with Dr. Sunny. Again, thank you to my guest, Angela Butler, for sharing how to live to lead and grow in your leadership journey. If you're camera shy and you'd like to grow in the area of presenting and communicating, I invite you to join my free monthly Speak and Shine workshop. It's held the last Friday of each month. I'll help you unleash your inner speaking superpowers. Spots are limited. To sign up, go to my Facebook page at facebook.com/iRiseAndShine. You can also register at my website, sunnyfridge.com. That's where you can also find links to all of my shows and podcasts. Thanks for connecting. I'm Dr. Sunny. Remember, even online, it's your time to rise and shine.